Hi guys, it's Cian here. Hope everyone's well. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about finding wind direction and also the points of sail. So finding the wind direction is really important for us as sailors, be it when we're on the water or when we're rigging our boat. So there's a few different ways we can do this. One of the first things is moored boats. So the boats that are the yachts in the water, they'll always point into the wind. Now there's one thing we should be careful about this, is we have to make sure that they're only tied on at the bow or at the front of the boat. So any boat that's tied on at the front and in the water will always point into the wind. So moored boats. One of the second things that I always look for when I'm out sailing is flags. So a lot of the time yacht clubs and sailing clubs will have flags up to represent different things. Now, obviously they're useful for representing those things, but for us as sailors they can also be really handy for telling where the wind's coming from. So our second thing is flags. The third thing is, again, another thing to do with moored boats or bigger boats like yachts. At the top of their masts they'll very often have a wind vane or a windex, and this points into the wind. So us as dinghy sailors and also yacht sailors in some respects can use these when they're on other boats and we're out sailing. And the last thing that can be quite useful for us as sailors is the ripples. So when the wind runs over the water, it causes the water to kind of ripple up and move. So we can use these ripples and look at which way they're coming from, and that can indicate to us which way the wind's coming from as well. So those are just some of the ways that we can find the wind direction, and hopefully that was useful. Now on to our points of sail. So this is a little diagram I drew earlier. Hopefully, so these are all our boats. So once we've determined which way our wind's coming from, so in this diagram, it's going to be coming straight down the page. First thing I'm going to draw in is our no-go zone. So this is a 90-degree area into the wind that we cannot travel as sailors. So no matter where we put our boat or our sail, we cannot go into this zone here, in red. So the first point of sail I'm going to talk about is the reach. So this is when we're perpendicular to the wind, so 90 degrees. We're going to have our sail halfway out, like so. So that is our reach. Maybe as such. Then the next point of sail I'm going to talk about is our beam reach. So for this one, the wind's going to be coming slightly behind our back shoulder, and we're going to have our sail kind of 3/4 of the way out. So this is called our beam reach. And then when we're heading away from the wind on a run, so this boat down here, we're going to have our sail all the way out, like so. And this is called the training run. So all the way out. So if we're going to start heading up closer towards the wind a little bit more, we're going to point our boat towards the wind a little bit more, but we're also going to have to pull our sail in. So just above a reach is called a close reach, there. And for this one we're going to have our sail 3/4 of the way in. And then finally, if we want to go as close to the wind as possible, so upwind, we have to pull our sail all the way into the middle of the boat using our main sheet. And this is called close hauled. So there we are guys. So we have our close haul, our close reach, our reach, beam reach and training run. And then we also have our no-go zone where we can't go. Hopefully this is useful guys, and see you on the water soon.